We all learned about the three states of matter in school: solid, liquid, and gas. But what if I told you there's something that combines the properties of both a gas and a liquid? It's called a supercritical fluid. In this video, we will explore how this fascinating fluid is created, how it impacts your everyday life, and why you need, and all life on Earth might not exist without it. Stay tuned until the end. This is something you won't want to miss. Let's dive in. Supercritical fluid is any substance at a temperature and pressure above its critical point. But what does critical point mean? To understand this, let's look at a phase diagram. This diagram represents the physical state of water with respect to pressure and temperature. On the curved line, two states of matter exist in equilibrium. At a specific point, all three states of water, solid, liquid, and gas exist together. Shocking, right? If you are interested in how these three states coexist, drop a comment below, and I will create a video on that. But for now, let's go even further. So, what happens at the critical point? If you increase the pressure while keeping the temperature constant, water turns into a liquid. If you keep the pressure constant and increase the temperature, it turns into vapor. But what if we go further and increase both pressure and temperature? It reaches this green spot on the diagram, known as a supercritical fluid. It has properties of both a liquid and a gas. Weird, right? You might be thinking, what? Think of it this way. If you pour water into a container and heat it up, it boils and turns into water vapor. But if you heat a supercritical fluid, it does not boil. It directly transitions into a gas. What I just explained can be seen clearly in this video. Here's water boiling. Now, watch how the supercritical fluid seemingly disappears. This experiment was done by Action Lab. I'm pretty sure you have seen their videos. They also have an awesome video. If you don't understand what I am saying, I will provide the link in the description so you can watch their video. It is amazing. Shout out to Action Lab, no copyright infringement intended. Now, you know how supercritical fluid works. But you might still be wondering how this fluid affects your daily life. Well, it actually impacts you more than you might think. Everyone drinks coffee, right? It's an important part of our lives. I bet some of you are sipping on a cup right now. Coffee comes into types: caffeinated and decaffeinated. For those who don't know, decaffeinated simply means that the caffeine has been removed. And guess what? Supercritical fluid is used in this decaffeination process. How? Supercritical CO penetrates the coffee beans like a gas and dissolves the caffeine inside the beans like a liquid. The CO dissolves caffeine because caffeine is more soluble in supercritical CO than in other components of the bean. The CO carrying the caffeine is then passed through a separator where the pressure is reduced. This causes the CO to return to its gaseous state, leaving the caffeine behind. Also, when the power goes out or you're setting the mood for a dinner with your loved ones, you use candles, right? Well, supercritical fluids play a role here too. Supercritical CO is used to extract essential oils from plants like lavender or lemon. The CO penetrates the plant material and dissolves the oils. Then, the CO carrying the essential oil is passed through a separator where the pressure is reduced, causing the CO to return to its gaseous state and releasing the oil. Now you might think that supercritical fluids can only be created artificially. I mean, a liquid that acts as both a gas and a liquid at the same time. That sounds unnatural, but you would be wrong. Nature creates supercritical fluids too, where? Underwater volcanoes. The deep oceans have extremely high pressure, and when combined with the high temperatures of volcanoes, the water turns into a supercritical state. Supercritical water can dissolve and transport minerals from deep within the Earth's crust to the ocean floor. When it cools and depressurizes, these minerals precipitate out. The minerals and heat provided by supercritical fluids support ecosystems, including various microorganisms and deep-sea creatures. If you really think about it, without supercritical fluids, life might not exist at all because the first cellular organisms which existed deep in the oceans wouldn't have gotten the necessary minerals to survive. So, there you have it. If you found this video interesting, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you have any questions or want to learn more about other fascinating topics, drop a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.